smart cookies, and we're changing how people think about money. It started with us. Our bad spending habits and spiraling debt were a huge secret in our lives until we turned to each other for help. We formed a money club, stopped hiding our problems, and started talking about our finances. Together, we came up with a plan and stuck to it. Each of us managed to turn things around. We're living our dreams without sacrificing what's important to us. And now, we're doing the same for others. In this episode, everything from renovations to real estate agents, as we help our rookies with the basics of selling your home. In 1 week, we're going to help this family of 5 decide if selling their home is the key to their dream. This is Daryl and Magda Anderson and their 3 kids, Miranda, Carter, and Dylan. Daryl is an ad executive and Magda works as a cashier. But the family's dream is to have mom stay at home full-time.
The reason I'd like to stay home is the kids. That's my passion.
I want my mom to stay home because sometimes I need help with my homework and putting in movies, help with the Wii.
That means finding an extra $1,600 a month.
It kind of boils down to income. And you know, if we've got this big, huge mortgage to maintain, I still have to work to be able to pay that mortgage.
Now they want to find out if selling their home and downsizing will be enough to make it happen.
I don't want the kids to have to miss out on anything because we're too busy.
We're starting with a little smart cookie assessment to see if selling their home and giving up some extra space will make them the extra money they need.
This is Miranda's bedroom. Gave her a little walk-in closet here.
Yeah.
She has her own walk-in.
Oh
Yeah.
my.
And do you find with bigger closets and bigger space, you're filling it with more stuff?
Yes.
Absolutely.
Right? Because the bigger the space, the more you think you can buy and fit in.
The infamous basement.
This is it.
Yeah, this is nice.
It's a lot of space here.
And moving on, there's 2 empty bedrooms.
That's the unused space. The
Yes.
bedroom.
Two bedrooms and a bathroom in there.
Their 3,700 square foot home is costing them about $1,800 in mortgage and taxes. And then there's utility bills.
No, when it comes to heating, 3,700 square feet, how much does that cost?
Probably around $300 a month.
It's clear they can afford to downsize some space. But how much do they need to downsize their mortgage in order to fulfill their dream? And is selling their home the answer? While we work out the numbers, here's a few tips on listing your own place.
You don't want to overprice your home. In fact, in a hot market, it can sometimes pay to underprice your home. Your goal is to create as much interest as possible from people looking for a great deal on their new home. It is possible to create a feeding frenzy. It's a good idea to hold off on accepting offers until 1 to 2 days after the open house. You want to create as much buzz as possible. And you want to price your home just below a whole number. For example, $399,000 sounds a lot less than $400,000. Not to mention that online listings use whole numbers as their cutoffs, so you'll get more online hits as well. These are some of the best words to use to describe your home. Beautiful, gorgeous, move-in condition, maple, granite, and of course, gourmet.
And here are some of the worst words. These terms can make a home appear a little less than finished, and the owner a little desperate to sell.
Must see, new paint, vacant, good value, clean, motivated seller.
We finished looking around Daryl and Magda's home, and we crunched the numbers when it comes to their payments. The good news? If they're willing to sell and move to a smaller home, they'll be very close to realizing their dream.
If you're able to move into a house about $150,000 less, guess how much your mortgage would be?
How much?
By our estimation, they should be able to reduce their mortgage from over $1,800 a month to just over $7,000.
Wow.
Yeah, a lot less than you're paying now.
Wow, could the mortgage be half or less than half?
And the savings don't end there.
You'd also be paying over $100 less every month when it comes to your taxes.
So in a year, you'd save another $1,200.
Up next, the Andersons get a visit from real estate agents.
Granite, stainless, all the bells and whistles here.
But are they ready to sell their home? And we learn which renos translate to riches when it comes to selling your home.
Oh, that sounds good.
We're helping the Andersons decide if selling their home and downsizing is the answer to their dream of having mom stay at home. But first, they need to find out if that move will get them the $1,600 a month they need to make it happen. So the next step? Find out what the house can sell for. And that means finding a good real estate agent.
And commission rates for realtors vary from area to area, and what you don't want to do is choose a realtor based solely on their commission rates, because the person who maybe offers the lowest rate might not give you the best service.
And remember, your realtor's commission is open to discussion.
Things in real estate are negotiable, everything from the price of the house that you're looking at to the commission that you're paying to your realtor.
My biggest thing is that, being able to negotiate with the realtor, right? That commission sometimes, cha-ching.
Of course, you could sell your home yourself. Just remember, you may have to pay a commission to the buyer's real estate agent. And you may want to look into a listing company which will put your home on MLS sites for around $500. But you could still save on at least half the commission cost. As for Daryl and Magda, they decided to look into an agent. And we recommend they meet at least 3 to get a good feel for one that works for them.
Got 4 bedrooms upstairs.
When interviewing an agent, you'll want to know how long they've been in the business.
There's a lot of special touches in this house that I think make it unique in the marketplace right now.
And what their marketing plan is for your home.
Granite, stainless, all the bells and whistles here.
Finally, make sure whomever you choose knows your neighborhood so they can price it right and move it fast.
This is actually a really good size for this area.
So the agents have had a chance to look around, and it appears Daryl and Magda's place is ready for the market anytime. But a lot of homes could use a little facelift before that first open house, and we're helping a family get ready to do just that. Susan and Gary have an older home and a limited budget, and 2 pretty little girls to look after. So any sales renos they make need to pay off big time. Sandra and Robin are starting outside, where first impressions are made.
Potential home buyer is going to make their first impression of your home in the first 15 seconds that they see it.
We're going on a quick tour, giving them a few tips to make sure that first impression's a good one.
You want to put some potted plants, maybe some hanging baskets, patch a few of the spots in the lawn because you really want it to look immaculate and really well kept.
Cost for sprucing up the lawn, about $100. Potential increase in home value, about $500.
Painting the front of your house is the most cost-effective change you can make, even if you have to hire painters.
Painting the outside of a small house like this will cost you around $1,200, about $3,000 if you hire a professional. Potential increase in value, $5,000.
And just keep things extra clean on the outside too. A quick power wash of the front steps can really make a difference as well.
Power washing your front steps would be about $80 to do it yourself, $150 for a pro. Increased value, about $500.
You really want to make your house pop and you want it to stand out in a potential buyer's mind.
But the biggest money-back renos happen inside.
People buy places based on kitchens and bathrooms.
Fixing up the kitchen practically guarantees a higher selling price, and it doesn't have to cost you a fortune.
If you're within a budget, the floors and the cabinetry are going to give you the biggest bang for your buck.
Cabinets and floors will cost you about $6,000, but the increased value could be as high as $15,000. And if you're feeling handy, there are ways to do it for even less.
In terms of cabinets, you could replace the front, or you could also sand them down, paint them, and replace the hardware, which is way cheaper.
Oh, that sounds good.
With backsplash or tile, you could just buy a tile paint and paint it over.
And moving from the kitchen, another place to clean up, the bathroom.
If you're replacing the vanity, you can actually buy all of the pieces in a kit. So the sink and the faucet, if you buy them separately, super expensive. Buy it in a kit, really inexpensive, and again, is really going to make a big difference to potential buyers.
I would also put a cabinet behind you. People love to see places they can store things.
Yep.
Bathroom cabinet, paint for tile, and vanity kit, about $800. Increased value, $1,600. And no matter where you are in the house, remember, small things leave big impressions.
The first thing I noticed when I came through the door were these light switches, and I'm sure it will be the same for potential buyers. You need to replace these as well as your outlet covers, and it will give it a fresh new look.
Replacing the light switches and outlet covers gives the buyer the impression everything is up to date. It will cost about $300. Potential increased value, $1,000.
Just make sure you turn off the electricity before you change those.
Good thing to remember.
To implement our suggested changes will cost them $10,350. But the total increase in potential home value, $23,800. For a total profit of $13,450.
It's nice to hear the tip, and also it's a little bit of inspiration for us that we're heading in the right direction.
Their only regret? They should have done it sooner.
It's kind of interesting that we're doing it now and we're not going to be enjoying it later on.
That's so true.
So that's the irony of it all.
Hi. We're back at the Andersons and itching to find out what the real estate agents think they can get for the house.
You've had a chance to meet with some of the realtors, and we're curious to know what they thought the market value of your home was.
They came in with a whopping $869. This has come up really high, and I just don't know how much more these houses are going to keep going up.
So the Andersons are happy with what they can sell their house for. The next step?
Now we have to figure out if moving to a smaller home and changing some of your spending habits will actually allow you to stay at home.
Right.
Yes, that's what we need to know. Yeah.
So while selling their home will earn them a big profit, they won't be able to take advantage of it unless they're willing to shrink their living space. So we're challenging them to cut their home in half.
We challenge you to section off parts of your home, and you're going to be living in a smaller space for a week. So we think that you can section off the kids' play area, part of the kitchen, a bathroom.
And one bathroom.
But the plan is being met with some resistance.
Yes? No.
Your walk-in closet's gone.
No!
Up next, the Andersons learn how to shrink their space when it comes to living.
Say goodbye to your old play space.
And this woman learns how to shrink her costs when it comes to moving.
You might be able to give me $50 off? Okay.
She's like the power negotiator now.
The Andersons are on their way to fulfilling their dream of having mom stay at home with the kids. But to make up that $1,600 a month, they'll have to downsize their life. So we've challenged them to seal off half of their space to get used to the idea.
Who'd have thought they would be so excited about taping off the room?
Grab some stuff you're gonna need.
Grab some stuff.
Got your school clothes?
Okay. Oh my gosh.
Don't pull it. I got it. There. I'm running your room. Nope.
Okay. There you go. Keep going.
There you go. Say goodbye to the old play space.
Bye. Bye, toy box.
We're all done. Say goodbye to the dining room.
Bye.
And while they get used to a smaller space, here's a few tips on dressing up your space.
First impressions are crucial when presenting your home to potential buyers. Staging your home can cost up to 1% of the home's total value, but could potentially increase the sale price by up to 5%. One thing you can do is ask your realtor to cover some of the staging costs before you foot the entire bill.
That's right. Oftentimes, it's in the realtor's best interest to cover some of those costs, especially if it means your home is going to sell faster.
Realtors usually cover the initial cost of the consultation, which can be anywhere from $100 to $500. If you don't want to hire a professional home stager, there are plenty of things that you can do yourself. For example, potential homebuyers love to snoop.
That's right. So you want to get busy and clear out all your cabinets, your drawers, your closets. All it's going to cost you is your time, and it's really going to add to the visual value of your home.
And you can't go wrong by placing a beautiful bouquet of flowers in all of the main rooms.
Back at the Andersons, they're getting used to the idea of trading space. for the chance that the family dream of having Mom stay at home.
We're back to check in. We know you've been living in a smaller space for a couple of days now. We wanted to see how it's going.
I'm going fine.
Going good. Yeah, we're surviving.
So they're learning to live without extra space. Now, if they're going to sell, they have to learn to get rid of the stuff that's filling it.
You know, the kids definitely have some toys we could sell, for sure.
And a good rule of thumb, if you can't decide if you should keep something or throw it away, is to say, have we used it in the last year? And if you haven't, then get rid of it. And if you have things that you can sell them online or have a big garage sale before the move. Or even actually charitable organizations will come to your home and pick up the items for free.
Because you definitely don't want to be paying moving costs for couches and other furniture that's not even going to fit into your new home.
Remember, moving out the clutter also helps you sell your home. Consider renting a storage space for about $100 and move your extras there, because clear closets are more attractive to potential buyers. Also, remove any extra possessions off counters and tabletops. Speaking of which, this single woman is ready to pack up and move herself. We're going to show Lara and her terrier Ruby how to do it for less.
Now, Laura, it looks like you have quite a bit of stuff here.
Yeah.
Lara's move could cost as much as $1,500. We want to show her she can cut it in half.
I've moved, I think it's like 46 times in my life. But I don't seem to get any better at it.
Cutting those costs begins with booking your mover.
If they don't give you a deal, then say, do you have a lot of moves booked that day?
Because if they're not that busy, chances are they're also willing to negotiate.
It wouldn't even occur to me to ask for less money.
Yeah, you can. Everything's negotiable.
So the next step, time to start getting some quotes.
Let's try the first one and see how we do.
Remember to call a number of moving companies to compare prices.
I'm wondering if I can get a quote on your prices, please.
Lara's locked into an end-of-the-month weekend move.
I am moving at the end of the month.
But if you book yours midweek and mid-month, you could get 25% or more off the cost of your move.
Hi, I'm calling.
Her second call was better already.
I might call around other places.
And the best price came with the last call.
You might be able to give me $50 off? Okay. All right. Well, thank you so much. Bye-bye.
That's awesome. She's like the power negotiator now. $50 off.
I found that each one that I called, I got a little bit more sassy.
And last but not least, pay at the end of the job. Because if any breakage or anything happens with your stuff during the move, you have major bargaining power when it is time to pay.
Now all that's left is a lot of packing.
I once spent $300 on boxes.
Oh, okay.
When it comes to boxes, you can always look for free ones. But Lara got her moving company to sell her quality used ones for half the price.
Laura, you have more dog books than anyone I know. This is so cute.
Another way Lara's saving? She's supplying her own packing material, which can save as much as 5% off the cost of the move.
Wow.
Lara's mother and grandmother have agreed to step in and lend a hand. Enlisting help and packing the goods yourself will save you as much as 50% on the cost of the move. Just make sure it doesn't affect your insurance policy with the moving company. And with that, the packing is done. And the movers have arrived. If you want to make sure they show up on time, schedule your move to be the first of the day. Finally, make sure you ask the company about fuel surcharges and other extra fees.
Hello.
Oh, hey!
While the chaos of the move may have stressed out Ruby a little, the price Lara got made her quite happy.
So originally we sort of thought on the expensive side it would be around $1,500 to move.
Mm-hmm.
How much did it end up costing you?
It ended up costing me just under $700.
Wow.
Now you can buy yourself a nice treat for your new place.
Oh,
right?
Don't tell me that.
The Andersons have completed their week of downsizing everything from space to stuff. And it's time to find out if they can make the changes to make their dream come true.
How was your week with less space?
It was good.
Was it? Did you like sharing bedrooms?
Yeah. I'd like to move to a smaller house to help my parents.
All right, so you had fun.
Yes.
The kids are fine. You know, if the kids are happy, then we're happy.
And the last challenge helped them reach a very big decision. they've decided to sell their home.
Saving money on the mortgage is the best part.
But will it be enough to allow the family to fulfill their dream of having mom stay at home?
And when we set out, we wanted to find you at least $1,600 a month.
The Andersons want to find a way for mom to stay at home. So they agreed to sell their house and move to a smaller one. But did we manage to put together a plan that will give them the $1,600 a month to make it all possible?
Hi!
We all showed up to share the news.
We found some big numbers that we wanted to reveal to you.
So here's their monthly savings. Downsizing their home will save them $1,100 a month in mortgage payments, another $100 in taxes, and $40 in utilities. Magda has set up a home-based business which should bring in another $500, for a total of $1,740 every month.
Every month?
It looks like their dream can come true after all. So they're ready to list their home and move towards their dream. And speaking of moving,
This is a gift certificate towards your moving expenses.
Oh, wow.
thank
Thank you. I'm going to be able to leave my job and stay at home and work at my business at home. Excellent.